I have found the easiest way to try to control someone, right? Easiest way is to make them feel not safe, to make them feel like if they don't do something, they're going to go to hell, or if they don't, they want to go to heaven, or the Holy Spirit can, or that whatever. But you know what about kids that I find that I love so much? Is that beings are very, not, I'm not going to say, because no, I would never say anybody's dumb, ever, because I've been called that one too many times. But what I feel sorry for and why I pray so much about things, because, again, I'm flawed, is that beings, like, really think that children are that stupid and innocent, and like, they're so innocent that they're that easy to possess. But they don't realize that God said, come to me like a child. Children are far more powerful than you will ever know. Ever know. And you can't disguise like them. You can't possess what is not yours. Ever. And also, the truth always has a way of coming out. Because you know what? When one has intent, an intent is when you think of something, when you pray, you don't pray for them to die. You don't pray for them to be hurt. You don't do anything out of ill will or abuse or revenge. You actually pray that they wake the fuck up and they see what they're doing, and they don't let any Xanders or any kind of deities or Nephilims keep them stuck in thinking that they're condemned forever. But when you don't realize that Jesus died on the cross and resurrected for all beings, that means Nephilims too. But guess who's watching? The mother and the father. Not some mystical confusion. And are they going to come? Are they going to say it? Can they say it? Can they say, Jesus died on the cross for us? He didn't come to compete, or he came to, like, an 8, like, he loved the number 8. Loved the number 5. But we don't make sacrifices anymore. And it takes a strong person and a family to sometimes break generational curses, right? Because you do it with a pure intent. You do it because you know that light will always conquer darkness. Not that light does it to hurt or destroy, because nothing can be destroyed. It's transmuted. And one wants to evolve. One doesn't want to stay in darkness and stay in repeated patterns for infinite, because once it shifts, it's going to shift, and then what? When we look at beings as, children and other beings, or even play tricks and games, right? It's all good and fun until the day comes, and it's not going to be a date. It's going to say he's going to walk past with the disciples, with the apostles, with Mary Magdalene, with Krishna, with all these beautiful beings that everybody condemned, who have taken their crown and put it at the cross. You know why? Because they have a humble heart. Because they don't want to be a controller. They don't want to enslave anyone. They don't want to say, I like this one because this one is white. Or I like this one because this one is black. That is not what Jesus taught. And that's not what truly, truly our ancestors taught. Now, our spirit is willing. Our flesh gets weak. The code is flesh. The flesh is weak. So do you think a God, or God, the universal parents, would ever let his and her children suffer for infinitely? No. But there are demiurges, there are beings that will tell you that to keep you from finding and seeking God in all things. from learning after your brother and your sister in this tribe. No, they want to isolate you, and they want to put you in a tunnel and make you think you're stuck in there when you're not. And you never know. They could tell you you're awake and you could be more asleep, and you could be thinking you're actually keeping people asleep and doing all this stuff. And then God shows the person that you think is doing that and says, this is what they think and this is the plan. Jeremiah 29:11. A beautiful being once told me that. There's a plan, but there's a plan. Yeah, God's plan for us. It's a promise, it's a plan. And they laugh and they can mock and but the end of times are here. And when they walk past, okay, and you never know, it could be the one you enslaved, it could be the one you condemned, it could be the one that you never would think. That's why it says be careful who you entertain, because it could be an angel. But we condemn and think we can possess humans. And because that is putting us above something. That's saying that we're better than. That's saying, oh, I'm better than this being. I'm better than that being. But they're all coming from the same source. We all have divine in us. No one is better. No one is belower. Then we all have it in us. It's about our choices. Are you going to surrender and finally bow and say, hey, I know it's me. I'm creating this. I know I've allowed this to happen, because that's what I do. I know I've allowed things to happen in my life. But there are also beings in this realm that will look at you and go, you have cancer. You are going to die. You have cancer. And guess what? It was a lie. You know why they did it? Because they feed off of energy. They feed and suck, and that's okay. I can't judge it, because that is what they're supposed to do. But what we can do is only have them feed off positive energy and love, and they won't know any better. It'll start tasting way better than making somebody miserable. It'll start feeling better. And it won't be that they're trying to possess. They can't possess someone unless you allow it. And even then, when you're protected by the blood and the flesh, nothing can stop you. There is nothing that can come between you. Nothing. Not nothing. And you will save your family and generations just because of the faith that you have. When we just think we're so big and bad and we know everything, and at the end of the day, I don't know shit. I speak because I don't have fear, because I know that Jesus Christ paid the price for me, paid the price for all beings, and yet I have to hear things. Testing. That's not God. That's not Jesus. Jesus doesn't do that. He said, follow me. Don't go to this path. Don't go right or left. Go straight forward. And that is where I messed up. Because I thought, oh my God, I got to go boom, boom. No. Seek and you find. There are so many mistakes in every holy word written. Why? Because God said seek within. He wants us to trust our inner intuition. Because that's what's true. Not what somebody's trying to do or say. Ain't nobody trapped in a realm unless you believe it. Unless you think that you are. Because energy manifests. And when you have a motherfucker as strong, and I'm not talking about snapping your fingers and making a dog twitch. I'm not talking about that. I shit for no one. That doesn't make me come. Love makes me. Love conquers all. And when you have love, and that means when no matter what, they could punch you in the face and you still cook them breakfast. They could call you a dirty bitch, a whore, a stinking. They could put spells on you to make your teeth rot, right? And you still love them. You still show them grace. Still. and you don't wish bad on them. That takes a lot. Takes a lot, and it beats the fuck out. And you get, and I'm going through it. You get so mad where you don't want to hurt anybody else. You pray, God, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what to do, because I'm either gonna take me out or I'm gonna take something, and I don't want to, but I don't know. I'm asking, what can I learn from this situation? And it's so fucking simple, and we make things so complicated. You know what it is? Trust the process. When you have faith that can move mountains, fuck a TV. The TV will try to control your mind and your heart and get into you if you allow it. Because it resonates like a radio frequency. It will resonate with what you resonate with. It won't need to speak in a code, because you'll realize you are the code. You'll realize that they tried to make you to be some villain, just like they villainized Christ. They villainized Mary Magdalene. They villainized Eve. They villainized. Why? Why did they do it? Was it because they wanted to see the world a better place? Did they really want to reach the stars? No. Most of it was because they wanted money or greed or power, or to be a king, or to have somebody say, I'm better. I'm a king and you're not. I'm over you. I am this person's, well, we all are. And I'm saying it with love. I'm saying it because it'll keep you stuck if you choose to believe it's a choice. And you keep possessing, and you keep getting into my children's ears, making them think they have no other choice. But they do. And it's already been done. You can do whatever you want, think you can do whatever you want. It has already been done. It's already been accomplished. We just have to wake up to see it. Ain't nobody gonna possess nobody. Not my kids, not me, not nothing. When the lady came or the man or whatever, and was sick, and who knows, we never know, because we always assume things. And assuming makes an ass out of you, and makes an ass out of me, and that's how you spell it. ASSUME. There will be women that will use their, because I've done it too. Oh my God, I'm called this. Look what she's doing. Oh my God. And they'll make up lies and they'll manipulate. And they're so stuck in vanity, and they're so stuck and obsessed. It eats at them. I want to be better. How can I make that one ugly? How can I hate on this one? How can I do this? How can I how can I do that? How can I get a laugh at some other one's expense? I saw someone get people at Kroger. She's challenged that people would say she's retarded, but really she's an angel, and we're so stupid, and we judge and bully and condemn because of the way somebody talks or what they wear or where they're from. And I'm telling you, it's coming. And it's not going to come the way you think, all beautiful. It's not going to come like that, but I think it's beautiful. But if we would open our eyes and see the beauty in all things, see what it's like, see why we should not litter, see why my Bonnie lies over the ocean, my Bonnie lies over the sea, see why Gaia comforts her children, not litter. You don't litter. We all make mistakes. We're all flawed. But when you keep condemning and condemning others, it moves and flows just as positive energy moves and flows like kinetic waves. Just imagine an ocean or wah-wah. But this isn't something that you can see or feel. You can once you're tapped in. But water, it's like fluid. And it's moving and flowing, and that's what energy does. And when you have bad intent, God knows, God sees everything. She can see it all. The Jewish mother. We just need to keep our minds open. Y'all been making fun of me forever. I see it. But guess what? Everything in the dark always comes to light. Always. You tell me when the darkness can put out a light. It can't. But I can tell you if a light goes into a dark room, you can see, can't you? And you can try to prevent my videos. You can eat off me. Do it. You've been doing it. I pray that God and the angels fill you with so much clarity and so much love and light that your mind explodes and you realize that you don't need to do that. Revenge is not yours. Vengeance is not mine. We don't know everybody's purpose. We don't know everybody's plan. That's why I voice it to my parents. I'm pissed off. Why am I going through this? But I'm not going to act on it. But see, dark ones, they may know it all, baby. Jesus said they're going to come and pretend they're me. They're going to come as beautiful and just like me. And you know what? They're going to trick you. It's two sides of the same coin. Which one are you going to take? Or are you going to go, no. I'm listening. I'm steady. I'm fluid. I'm going right to the center. Going, here, I'm following you. There you go. Because your instincts, you know. I know what's right and I know what's wrong. And I don't feed off of negative energy. I don't like it. I used to. I used to be petty. I used to be vindictive. Never like this. Never like this. But there's a lesson for everything, because if I didn't go through hard times, I wouldn't be able to tell somebody how I got out of it to help them. That's why I forgive. People think I'm crazy because I forgave the person that molested me or raped me or this or that. I'm not perfect. I was a liar. I lied. I did all kinds of stuff. But it talks about forgiveness, because that's how you unite. Instead, I would never believe that God or Jesus or our mother would ever condemn me. And this is condemning. I'm not saying that we're not supposed to hold our brother and sister, be their keeper, because we are, but with pure intent. Meaning, Jesus is going to come. This is what I believe. I don't know, though. I'm like I said, I'm not him. I could be wrong. I'm like Socrates. All I know is nothing. But we weaponize prayer, even. When somebody pisses us off, we use prayer. We use something so sacred, so beautiful, and we've all done it, going, oh, man, did you see? I'm going to pray for her. Pray for your damn self. I've done it. I've said it. But when you awaken, and when you really, really awaken, it's like can't nothing or nobody get you off your mode. You may get stuck in whatever for a little bit, but no, God's not going to keep you stuck. But you have to have that faith, and it can't come from anybody else. People can guide you, beings can guide you and tell you, show you by how they lead, how they changed. I remember Brendan Morrissey. He was an addict. He used to shoot dope. He used to pull over. I was in the passenger seat, man. He was so fucked up on dope, I thought he'd be dead. He couldn't wait to get high. The stop sign would come, and he'd have his arm out and a needle in his arm quicker than I could get out a piece of gum to put in my mouth. And that's the fact. He got sober 2 years, and he's still sober to this day. Those are people that move me. And I'm not saying he's perfect, or none of us are perfect. And that's what authenticity is. Because when you start acting like I'm better than, I don't do that shit, I ain't like that. Man, guess what? All of that I ain't is going to come your way tenfold. And God will humble you, because it's happened to me, humble you and put you in all the I ain'ts and all the I never will and all the I'm not tenfold. Believe that, because it's happened. But when we let go and we truly have a pure heart, we're not doing it because we want to get fucked, or we're doing it because we want Susie to like me, or an elephant, or Rico Suave, or some celebrity. We're doing it because our heart is pure. It's not perfect. We really want to see ourselves do good. We want to see the people around us do good. And we don't have no fucking, yeah, but haterade in me. I don't got the haterade in me. I really don't. It's been removed. And it sucks because I used to be a hater too. So I can feel it. I know when a motherfucker hates. But now I use it to fuel. I use it for strength, to help me. And I'll never say, people, this is another thing how we weaponize prayers. Oh yeah, I'm going to use it as a footstool and step on them. Like, that's not putting out positive energy. How can we really change a world that thinks they're invincible? Nobody is invincible. Everybody can be touched if you're not covered. That's a fact. A fact. I have sat back and listened and not retaliated, not done the things that I should have done. Looked at and listened. What can I learn from this guy? I know this is going on. And they'll keep saying, they'll do whatever, make you think it's you, make you think that, oh, you're creating this, oh, you're doing this. No, 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 no. Don't lose your mind. Keep it connected to your heart. Keep it connected to your soul. Because there are energies that aren't even attached to you, that you don't even think, but because we hate so much, because we do these dirty deeds, we think we do them in secret, but when we do them in secret, it's really louder than anything I'm saying right now. And that's a fact. A fact. When we do that, when we lie and think it's a game and do whatever, what is it doing? You can lie and say, oh, it's training, I'm helping, I'm great. That's not helping. That's not helping anyone be a reflection. It's not. Chaos, we break somebody down, but how are you doing it? Are you breaking them down till they kill themselves like they try to do to Martin Luther King Jr. that nobody talks about? God told me expose it. Don't have fear because my intent is pure. I expose it so that the angels can come and transmute it, and we can transmute it in the person that was condemning and wishing dead on a man who just wanted unity, just wanted this world to be free, just wanted to say he had a dream. They wanted to paint a picture and violate him and say he was a pimp and all this lies. And it's wrong. It is wrong. And we need to change. We need to stop it and own our behaviors. And when we don't own our behaviors, you can feel it and you know. That's why Jesus was so fucking, dude, he was so in tune with the light because his intent was pure. He didn't look, he bowed to a fucking, who they called was a slave. He bowed to him and washed their feet. You don't see I don't hear anybody mostly doing that. Instead, they compete. Who's better? Let's play a game. Let's play a stupid game. Who's on my team? Well, you're dividing. You're keeping people divided when you do that. It's crazy to me, man. And he's coming. And she's got soon. Quicker than you'll know. It's not a game, man. It's not. I don't care what they can say it's a sim. They can try to sell you every pipe dream in the world. But nothing in God's hand, the Creator, nothing goes unmissed. That's why he knows every hair in our head. I know it. I have been through it. I've seen the patterns. God knows everything, every plan. That's why we hold on, because the promise is coming. Moses, He had a staff. He was walking in the desert, leading slaves out of Egypt. Egypt had them enslaved. That's why Osiris is a G, and y'all condemn him. Call him, make up these fucking manifested words and try to condemn a word, make a word bad. And it's horrible. It's wrong. He taught them not to cannibalize. They were eating humans, sacrificing humans, and not just the word and the flesh. They were doing it because they were told things out of power and control, and not love. And it's wrong. It's wrong. And what are you doing? Are you being a, let's see, are you feeding love? Are you feeding to make unity? Or are you keeping us divided? Because is he going to walk past you? Is she going to walk past you and say, I know you not? That's the deepest statement, man. You can fucking run the biggest church and have the most money, but it'll never get you where you think you should be. Ever. Because you can't buy your way to heaven. Period. Heaven is what you make it. The kingdom of God is within. And when y'all keep with this racist shit and trying to put a mark on somebody and say they're stupid, they're dumb, they don't deserve this, they'll never be this, what are you doing? You're putting a spell out into the world. The power of the tongue speaks life and death. And don't do it to glorify yourself. When I'm talking, this is not me. This is all for God. And that's a fact. Because there'll be ones that going, oh, she thinks she's whatever. Look at her. And listen to that. And don't look at them and be mad. Say, you know what, I pray. Say something positive. Try to uplift them. Try to understand. Think more outside of yourself. Instead of being stuck in yourself that you can't see anybody else's suffering. You're saying that you're better than somebody else. And you're not. And I'm not. I don't like that at all. Nobody talks about why Martin Luther King got killed or how they talk about the president, JFK. They talk about him. And he was flawed. I love him. He's probably one of my favorite presidents. And it was wrong how he got killed. But Martin Luther King Jr., who really was bringing, man, so much love, saying, I have a dream. But because the color of his skin, you know how stupid that is? The color of his skin, the fucking government, and I'm going to expose it because I pray that love comes in and humbles us so much that we go, my gosh, I know, I'm going to put all my darkness out here. This is what I've done. I'm a liar. I've done all these things. Transmute me. Help me, man. Help me. So then Jesus can come and say, I got you, brother. I got you, sister. And then you'll hear the ones in the back. Maybe you'll see. Some of them may say, what the fuck? Who is he? Why? I mean, that's the one that killed him. Does he know that? Yeah, he knows everything. Mind your business. We are so busy with trying to dissect everybody else's specks in their eye when I can't fucking see my damn self. But I know I've changed, and I know I died to myself, and I don't have to prove that to anyone. And I also am not a doormat. I thought, this is how the mind will take you. And energy manifests. So if I think something and I'm not connected to the heart, because if it's not aligned with God, with Christ, with love, you're not going to get the right answer that you're seeking. You're going to get a motherfucking answer that's going to keep you spinning and spinning and spinning while they're fucking eating your money. They're taking your blessings, your energy, your time. And you don't even know it. Trust me, it happens to me, still does. Because I'm flawed. I am flawed. But since I've awakened, I am quick to notice it. I'm quick to get, nah, man, I've always been like this. If I really feel passionate about something, you can't tell me shit. I know God's love. I know. Just like when I was in school when I was a kid. I went and skipped recess and dodgeball to go talk to a priest. What is God? Knocks on the door. Like, hey, tell me, what's up with God? Who is he? Why do they say this stuff about God? Why do they say God doesn't like this and God killed these? Man, no. Wake up and realize God is love. The first tone, frequency, was love, is the end all. Balance ensues with love. When you have love, you have it all at its purest form. Unconditional. That means, but it does not mean that you enable. Because I did that many a times. When I knew my mom needed alcohol, and I would tell myself, man, I don't want to go get her a bottle of vodka. Even though she was mean as a motherfucker, she'd be mean to my kids, she'd call me fat, she'd do whatever, and I love her. That wasn't my mother, that was the disease, that was the alcohol. Just like how I treated my children, or that was the drugs. That wasn't but I have a choice. The drugs didn't come out of the door and go in my arm or go in my fucking nose. Just like my mother has a choice. Just like my sister has a choice today. Either you can keep lying, even though I smell it, or you can get help. And unfortunately, we enabled my mother. We enabled my sister. I'm part of it too, but I stopped it. You know why I did it? I wanted her to spend time with her. I thought maybe I could get her something, maybe this or that or whatever, just to spend. No, that's how fucked up our mind when it's not connected to our heart, to love, to the embodiment, to Christ. Putting labels on shit. I can hear Krishna, who is Sandanda, the love, a lover, a love, and we condemn him. We condemn so many that are tapped into the light. Jesus said, seek, you'll find my light everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. Osiris, it's a different name, same thing, but not the same. The one sacrifice is what Yeshua did. And that's if he came down. That's a fact. That is a known, I don't care. You can say, hold a gun and say, I will pull the trigger if you don't denounce it. Just say he's not. Man, you better kill me, shoot me right now. Right now. That's how strong my faith is. That's what I know. Yeah, y'all have bones. You can say you found his bone. You can say whatever. I don't care. And it could be his bones. Look, he resurrected. They said he had his body, except he had stigmata. He ascended in heaven. He probably left his bones there. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? That is stuff to confuse someone. To make them question what that one sacrifice did. That I will not let happen. I will listen. I'll observe. I'll think. I'll look into it. Can I find love in this? Yeah, there's love in... Oh, okay. Yeah, this seems... Yeah, Jesus probably would say this. Jesus probably would say that. Yeah. But is it a fact? I don't know. I need to go talk to my father. I need to go talk to my mother. In silence. Not with all the craziness that goes on at all. Because my mind is the craziest motherfucker. I got so many fucking stand-up comedians in there. I tell myself how bad I am. You don't have to do it. I do it. But not today. Not anymore. I'm enough and I love myself. And that's why I do the spiritual things and I don't care because I know that means I'm doing something right. Because they don't even know I am quietly praying for them. Gracie, my niece, and Maddie and all of them, because my mom gave me her bra. They saw it on Facebook. Didn't even know my mom gave it to me and posted it. Man, she's a crackhead. Look at her. I was sober. All these things putting me down. I cried and bawled my eyes out. Man, they dog walked me. And then the ones that wanted probably some fucking iPads from Beth, because Beth chimed in too, my sister. You know, they probably did. And I get it. I understand. I'm not mad at all, because I understand what this fucking realm is and what energy does. Because I look at, man, are they connected? Are they even connected to God? Do they know God? Do they know God's within them? Because I didn't realize that. When I used to say, I don't love myself, I'm not worthy. Well, guess what? You're saying God's not worthy because God created you. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can try to, I don't care if Enkidu or Loopadoo or da created me. But before all of that, create this, we were created by the Creator. We look, but we want to look and dissect. We are so fucking, humans are so amazing, and I do this. We're so amazing in so many ways, but yet when it's about, when there's something huge that we're just missing it by that much, instead of focusing on that little bit that could blow our fucking minds, we stay stuck on, how old is a pyramid? Well, I wonder how it was built. Who gives a fuck how it was built? How about, why don't you test the rocks and find out how can we use it? Because it's here for a reason. But no, we play games and talking code. No, man, we got to unite. And that's not unity. Stop. It's crazy to me. It really is. All beings are beautiful. I don't care what you've done. If you can tell me, you can walk in here right now and tell me, you know why that person shot up the school. Or you know why Hitler did it. And I feel like Anne Frank is my kindred spirit. Okay? But I also know this. I am not God's child. I am not a follower of Christ. Nothing. If I say, oh, Hitler deserves to go to hell, who the fuck am I to say that about anybody? And if you say that online, they'll cancel you. They will cancel you. Jesus said, if you believe it in your heart, you change. If you pick up your cross and you follow, it doesn't matter what you did in the past, because if we look at that Bible, they killed so many motherfucking people, millions. And I'm sorry about my language, but y'all make the language bad. You don't have to. You give it too much power. Sometimes you gotta speak. I'm flown. I don't have to explain myself, so I need to work on that. And that's what's cool, is I'm not a Carol Bray. I'm not perfect. And neither are you. And I don't care. Like, I used to be so engulfed in, oh my God, my shit sucked. I can't get anything out. How am I going to be helping? Man, you have faith, dumb Kate. You got faith. You already know He will crack the motherfucking universe for you. And so will she. She will crack it for you, too, because you're just as worthy. And there's somebody is a shaman or a nun or a whatever, or the Vatican or whatever, and they try to tell you that they're better than you or they know more than you. They probably don't know shit. Teachers are not teachers unless they can learn from anyone at any point. Because I'm telling you, Jesus is so gangster, He's already around here, and He's probably the one under the bridge with a needle in his arm, and they don't have nothing in it, saying, who's going to judge me today? Who's going to judge me? I'm telling you, angel, and we miss it. We miss it because we're so caught up. We have news stations that are faking the news. We have people manifested where we built nuclear bombs. And Donald Trump, I like him. I love him. Love everybody. Don't like what he did. Don't understand why he would remove the treaty, because that means that they could shoot off a nuclear bomb. And that's foretold in the Bible. But guess what? Jesus isn't coming to destroy. He's coming to restore and redeem. And the Reaper is right with him, his twin. Like, bam, it's kind of gangster. You gotta open your eyes and understand things are symbolic. You never know. When they said, oh, this angel killed and da. Well, guess what? Why don't you maybe look at it, change your thinking and think, maybe it's symbolic, like killing your ego, helping to kill somebody's shit that's in their body and all their lies and manipulation, just like Set did. They demonized Set. And you know how hard it probably was for Set or Isis to break her brother down? You know how hard that is? But guess what? That's saving somebody's life. Because you gotta break down. Sometimes it does take breaking somebody down. I mean, I gotta make sure they don't know. We gotta keep doing this till I can pull the last fucking piece of darkness out of them. So they can wake up and be that person that I remember, that being, that soul that is so beautiful, that isn't afraid to speak, that can fucking transmute any darkness that looks at a dragon and won't run and see the beauty in it, or a gnat, or a roach, or a mouse. Because God created all things, so quit condemning what you don't know. Keep doing it. And just watch what happens, man. And all I'm saying, don't believe me? Take 2 cups of water. Go and take one outside in the sun and fucking talk to it like you want to make love to it. Tell them, yeah, I love you, you're beautiful, with intent, think about whatever. And then take that other cup of water and put it inside and cuss it the fuck out and think about something that makes you so mad, so angry, and cuss it out and talk, and then put those cups in the freezer and watch what happens. The one that you loved, it is going to freeze, and the little crystals are going to look beautiful, like snow. And the one that you cussed out is going to be all cracked and fucked up. But guess what? You can thaw that thing out. And guess what you can do? You can put that one in the sun, and you can talk good to it. Because that is what we should be doing. We shouldn't be worrying about other things. Why do we need to question anybody? Why do we need to question anybody's intent? We don't need to do that. If we really have faith in God, we know we don't need to fuck with nobody. We already know. We know because we trust in God, and we know. We're protected. We don't have fear at all. And there is healthy fear, like when you walk in a street and people can say that I don't have fear of that. Like, and guess what? I am not gonna lie. I'm real. Guess what? And God, help me with it if I need to be worked with this. But when you walk in the street or you walk past, you see a train coming, and you say, I don't got fear, and you just walk there and get hit. Guess what? But fear. Oh my God, I don't want to get hit. Think about your kids. Now, you can flip that. People can say, because they like to dissect and that you have fear and that God's going to protect you no matter what, and that train will stop. Well, guess what? Right now, today, I'm gonna move from that train. I know that I could get to the part. I can get there, and I have in other aspects of my life, and so have you. But you just got to find what resonates. What is love to you? Because to me, it can't be defined. I used to try to define it. Try to define what love isn't. And where love isn't, that's where you probably shouldn't be. God said He doesn't confuse. He will not confuse you at all. When Job, that's why I feel like I kept asking God, man, I talk to God, angels, cook with them, think they're all around me. Because this is a spiritual place. We are all spiritual beings. This is just a meat suit. I can manifest and be whatever. It's just is what it is. You can say, oh my God, can you help me? Help me to see what is love? What do I need to learn? And then all of a sudden you'll be watching a show, right? Because you prayed, you put your intent out there, and it was pure, and it was connected, and you ain't manipulating. You're not trying to get something from someone. You're not trying to confuse them. You're not trying to stop what is going on or whatever. And guess what happens? You'll hear a YouTube station, and the YouTube station will be like, oh, don't try to define love or whatever. You'll get your answers if you just look, just pause and listen. Not just with your ears, with your third eye. Listen with your eyes. Listen with your body. Listen with your aura. Listen to the guides. Okay? Anything, okay, that is, you feel like, that is mean. And I do this too, is assume. And I still do it sometimes. But I've learned to go, God, what do I need to learn from this? Now, I may cuss out, yell, be upset because it is fucked up. God knows that. God sees what's happening, but God knows our plans. He knows why we have to go through, what we have to go through, why we chose it, and what our purpose is, because we all have one. But we denote ourselves, and we allow other beings to shit for us when we shit for ourselves. God is already within us. It's already within us. A motherfucker can go and tell and say Katie's this and that, and if somebody believes it, that's on them. That's why I love how in Emerald Tablets, those said, don't ever, I love how he says, don't make shortcuts, which is microwave blessings, and he says, don't go and ask your friend about another person. Don't say, hey, is this person cool? Like, yeah, and Tho said, like, no, go to the person. Be a woman, be a man, and kick it with them. Because our perception is not everybody else's perception. And that is gangster to me, man. That's wisdom. Sophia, people think it's a girl, and is that the name? That Sophia in Greek means wisdom. 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 And it's sad to me because back in Jesus' days, and even today, there's not been one woman female president. You know why? Because when Mary Magdalene and Sue and Mary, the mother of James, and Martha, or whoever was at the tomb, and was the witness, and saw that Jesus had resurrected, and she said, oh my God, where is Jesus? And the angels were there, right? Gabriel, and was like, man, I think somebody else, I don't know. Hey, he's gone, right? He left, man. Jesus, he awakened, he resurrected. What you mean, where is he? I'm not him. Go get him, he's in blah-da-da-da. But no, they were told that Mark had to write Simon Peter and this, and that's not on them. This is because the Jewish history back then, women couldn't even testify or be a witness to God, to Christ. And Mary Magdalene, she taught. They had writings, and they were teaching together because it's equal parts. And it's not about me, a woman going up, burn my bra, and women power, because now you're denoting a man who lives within you. So it's a duality, but it's equal parts. And it's crazy to me. I think that if we really, and like I said, don't listen to me. Anything I say, I pray. Try to. Sometimes I forget. It's God. I want to glorify Christ. I want to glorify every fucking person, every being that is crying, that thinks about shooting dope, or the rich motherfucker that's too stuck in gold, stuck in money, stuck in a Corvette, or stuck in a Ferrari, that they can't see that God is trying to catch them, but they think they can buy their way to heaven, and they can't. And that breaks my heart. That's why we don't only have to go, that's like targeting and saying, oh, well, only people in trailer parks, they need Jesus. In prison, man, the people in prison know Jesus more than the people outside in the church. And that's a fact. We need to stop putting labels on things. Stop. And I have to watch, what is my tongue going to speak? Am I going to speak life? Am I going to speak love? Or am I doing it to glorify Kate, to be cool? Am I doing it and being a little fucking follower and going to be a flunky and do what the male says and not what God says, not what Jesus said? I mean, I used to be scared sometimes to even say Jesus' name. I love him deeply. He knows, she knows, I'm not anything I'm doing, they know. I was because of how they villainized him. The man that said, it's so crazy. They villainized the one that said, not just humans, the fucking universe, man. I think I have prayed and had, like, beings, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that, had physically told me he tapped into the highest light. Nobody has tapped into a light higher than him. Oh, well, hey, where's Krishna? And that's crazy to even ask that, right? But if I used to speak Krishna, it's like, oh, she's a devil. And I've been called that, my God, because I said there's beauty in darkness. And they were talking about Lucifer. Well, do you know him? Do you know her? Do you know them? You don't. And because it's in our bones, we're so indoctrinated, and that's why we got to break these curses, man. Our ancestors are coming. They're here from Atlas, Mu, Lemire, all these different places are here right now. But they've learned. They're learning. They're learning off us. But there are some that can't learn. They just won't do it. They still are stuck in, no, I'm a god. I'm better than them. They're just humans. I'm better than them. They're just grays. I'm better than them. That's just a bee. No, baby. We all are divine. And we're not all in one like this. We're one in knowing. Okay? It's in knowing. The people that know, they just know. The beings that know, they just know. You can feel it. They change the room. When you walk in the room, it shifts. And that can be negative or positive. When you see somebody that's not living right, and I've been there and done that, and then I want to get mad because I'm living bad, and I get mad because a woman looked at her purse knowing that the fucking junkie, Kate, the old person, old me, that died, came in the room. I want to get mad. I'm going to use that as an excuse to go get high. And then I'm going to blame it on triggers and a disease. Fuck that. I'm the trigger. It's my fault. It's not anybody else's fault. But we have to learn that. We have to get those tools out, man. There's a reason I did 20 times in rehab. There's a reason. There's a reason why all of us do what we do. And we just have to dig within, and then shit that we're getting out will manifest around us. And if it's not, then you need to evolve. You need to roll. Be love, do whatever. If you can't transmute this energy, right? Because I can't do it alone. Who am I? I can't, and I'm not doing it alone. But sometimes God will say, hey, man, I tripped you. Didn't you know that? I lost your keys. Because you were going to die. But we don't see that. We blame things and we use mistakes that we choose or things that we do as evil. Or why me? And then we stay stuck in victim mode, right? And I don't want to do that, man. I'm a survivor. And I've been the motherfucker to lie and say, he did this and he did that when he didn't, because I used my body, not as a temple, because I was sexually abused so much and fucked up. I use it as an excuse to dog everybody else. But then I realized this. No, Kate, you've been through so much trauma, man. Face your trauma. Stop deflecting. Let it go so that you can grow. You can be that living tree. And we all can. So, again, if I'm just talking to the universe, oh well. But I think I'm talking to millions because I'm going to manifest that. And don't let anybody take you off of you. Of your elements, of your love, of what you think. Usually that first thought, you know if something's right, and you know if something's wrong. And if it's wrong, ask God, ask your father, ask your mother. Hey, ask the angels, ask, hey, what can I do, man? What am I learning? Is this right? Give me a sign. And look for the sign, and be sound mind, sober mind enough to see it, to hear it, to feel it. All right, well, I'm done. I've yelled and screamed and had my antics for the day. I said I was going to do this every single day, and I'm trying to read the codex and stuff that I did. I will continue that because it's important for me to, when I say something, I mean it. And usually, when Katie says something, she doesn't do it. She doesn't follow through. I will use that as an excuse like I have good intentions behind it. That doesn't fucking matter. Did you do it or did you not do it? Were you Nike? Or did you use the Kmart? So, I am Nike. I am Nike. Just do it. So, I have to just it's affirming. And you do it too. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I have confidence, courage, strength, and belief. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. All right. Bye.